Also Friday the 13th, which is crazy. Big up to everybody as we get close to the end of the fiscal new year. We're almost there to the real new year, which is in March 22nd. However, I just wanted to go into, because I get a lot of questions about different aspects of different types of Moorish aesthetics. And one of the things that people have issues with, I found out, are flags. A lot of people don't understand like how flags are integrated into our movement, how we're supposed to be using them, what flags represent us, what flags don't, what flags basically are as a, how do you say, a signal of a national identity or a group of people that identify with a certain ideology. In order for us to understand nations, we should understand that the word nation comes from netter. Netter and nature and nation is basically the same thing, where we also get nurture. So another aspect of that is the national idea that comes with flags and how they are representative of people. However, when countries fall into situations such as the United States has, they will have flags that they're telling people are flags, but in actuality, they're actually banners that don't represent what people think they represent. So one of the ones I wanted to show, to go into first, so people can know, I got a couple, so just bear with me. Let's get into the one that we know. Everybody knows this one. This is Old Glory, or what they refer to as the imperial flag. Now what they're going to tell you is that the French put this symbol, this green star, on it during the occupation in 1956. But we have to remember that the state of Morocco, the so-called kingdom or country of Morocco, was not officially founded until 1956. We have a town here called Morocco in Illinois, so-called America, that's way older than that. So when we talk about the French, we're talking about how the French adopted this image. But what this flag is, if we go back to the so-called Zengaza, the Zengaza, or the Zenaga, or the Tuareg, if we get into some of the West African, or excuse me, the Western Sahara tribes, such as the Tuareg, the Hausa, this is actually anciently called the Roog, R-O-O-G. This was put on, or was an ancient symbol of the Serer Bambara people of the Zanaga region, or Zanaga region. The Zanaga region also is connected to the people they call the Seneca, or the Zenaga, right? These are all connected. There's a book you can get called Seneca Possessed, because Zenaga, which represents the people who put the Roog, which is the five-pointed star, which is also a symbol of Venus. This is also a symbol of love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. It's also a symbol of Venus. Also, green is a symbol of Islam, because green is a symbol of the will. And so again, this is an ancient symbol called the Roog that was adopted by the so-called Satanists. And they put a circle around it to circumscribe the power. But again, this flag is older than anybody else is gonna give you credit for. But what they want us to believe is that the country of Morocco, excuse me, the kingdom of Morocco that was founded in 1956, after the French occupation, after the Battle of Algiers, that they somehow were able to adopt something that was already over 75,000 years old, okay? So again, this Roog came from the Serer, S-E-R-E-R. You can check out the Zenaga people or the Zenaga people, which are also connected to the Zenaga people or the Seneca people here in America. Islam, okay. So that's that one. This is also called Red Old Glory, or the flag of the empire, right? So there's that one. This is the ancient flag of Granada, of our last stronghold, right? This is the stronghold, the last flag of the stronghold of the Moors at Granada, right? Now we have the Granada over there in what they call Spain today, which did not become Spain until 1497. Therefore, the Moors could not fall to Spain in 1492 because there was no Spain in 1492. So don't let them lie to you. And don't let the Moors perpetuate, the Moors that don't know better, perpetuate the same lie. So this again is the ancient standard of Granada. This represented the Almoravid, right? The wind is blowing, so this represents the Almoravid, right? The checkers represent the fact that we were the chess masters of the world, and we put everybody on the board. You know what I'm saying? So essentially it's that, and then it's bordered by the red, which is representative of the same red in the ancient Moroccan flag, okay? So again, this goes back again to our Moors, our forefathers at Granada. So all you haters and all you people that don't believe that Moors was here, that we're anciently connected, what you need to do is look up the new viceroyalty of Granada, the new viceroyalty of Spain, and you will see all that shit was over here. So all y'all niggas is playing yourselves, following foreigners, trying to identify yourself with another god that's not your own, and we know Allah going to destroy y'all for that. This right here now, this is the historic flag of the United States of America in General Congress assembled. As you can see, in all its glory, there's not 51 stars on it, there's exactly 48, right? And they're all in a row. And they happen, this one happens to be 4 5-pointed stars. In the original joint, when you look up the true vexillology of the historic flag of the United States, you will find that it has 6-pointed stars. I might have that one on me too. So what you need to do is check the fact that this part of the flag, when you have a flag, right? This part of the flag is called the canton. The box part of the flag is called the canton. The overall dimensions of the flag is necessary depending upon how the country is establishing itself periodically, or how it's established itself in terms of the order of how they want their standard to fly. But essentially, if you're not flying this flag in your temple, in your house, in your whatever, then you flying the flag of the occupiers, who are the nomenclature United States, these United States, which represent really Washington, D.C. Therefore, you're representing the occupational government if you got 51 stars on your flag. Also, you're celebrating the destruction of your people for the sake of war banners, okay? So that's that one. You got a couple of more and then we're gonna be over. Everybody's all right? That one. This is one of the original standards of Haiti. The Haitians ain't gonna believe it because they don't really know a lot of their own history because they've been conquered. This is actually the original flag, or one of the original flags of Haiti. The Saulnier had one as well that was red and black. That's also one of the national flags of Haiti. But this flag right here, as you can see in the middle, is very reminiscent of the country of Corsica. Now this is very significant because Napoleon, right, another Moor, was from Corsica. And so in order for them to establish this, he basically took off, when he established or tried to fight the war with Haiti, he took this part and put the white part canton, and this became the national flag of Corsica. This is also in the middle, you would see this with a, what's up brother? You'll see a white flag with a red cross in the middle with 4 of these little heads on the other side. That's the flag of Sardinia, which was another Moorish dominion that again fell victim to Napoleon's march when he tried to destroy the Holy Roman Empire. Again, black on black wars has nothing to do with Caucasians at this point. So what they did after the revolution, after Frederick Douglass and them went in there and messed everything up, they just took the Moor's head off. So that's why you see it, it's just red, white, and blue now without no Moor's head. There's also an imperial flag of Haiti. I'll do that on another one though. So that, okay? You got to know your national identity in order for you to take your place among the affairs of men. This is another indigenous American flag. This is the flag of the 3 guarantees. This is the flag of the Treaty of Cordoba. Cordoba here in America under the old Moorish dominions. Get the congressional globe or congressional record on the annexation of Texas, 1845, January 1st. Also get any books that you can get on the Treaty of Cordoba as well as the Treaty of Hidalgo, because these are the treaties that represent you on the land as an ancient Mauritanian. Okay? So again, this is the ancient treaty flag of the three guarantees, or what they call the flag of Cordoba, for the Treaty of Cordoba, which established the Mexican Republic. Okay? Got that. I'm not moving, buddy, so you need to do something else. That one, and we got this one. When you see this, the plain red standard, this goes back to all the Moors. This goes back to all of the Moors that were part of the ancient bloodline, going back to ancient Canaan and ancient Moab. So when you see a straight blood red like that, blazing red, this is the red flag. So when they say that, oh, this is pulling up a red flag, or they got a new thing called the red flag law, where they're trying to take people's guns by trying to circumvent the Second Amendment. And so now they're creating studies now. So what they're saying now is, if you go to the police and you say to the police, hey, I got my gun license or whatever, but I want to open up a case on somebody because this person is harassing me. If they say, oh, well, if you feel threatened for your life, you need to do this and come give us your guns. They putting all of this under the red flag law. I find this is funny that this came out right after the Moor or went viral the other day, a couple of months ago, where he pulled out the red flag on his car and the police had to back up. So again, the red flag is a symbol of giving no quarter. When at the Alamo, which was established by the Almohad dynasty of the Moors here in America, when the Alamo was falling and Davy Crockett and them knew that it was over, that's because the Moors raised the red flag from the adjacent fort. And when the red flag flew, they knew that no crackers, no enemies of the Moors would receive no quarter. So when you fly this, you know what it is. All right? Thank you, babe, for holding the camera. Almost done. This one, this is the flag of the Golden Horde. This is the flag of your Eurasian Tartary ancestors. This right here on the thing is the black griffin. A griffin, according to occult sciences, is any Caucasian man that goes to the east in search of knowledge. So this is the flag, the gold and the black and the gold. This is the flag of Old Tartar. This is the flag of Temujin and Tamerlane and Timur and all of the illustrious Moors that fought to preserve the eastern portion of the far eastern portion of our empire. This again, like I said, was flown or adopted today by the Republic of Tartary. But the Republic of Tartary is not Tartaria. Tartaria, again, is the ancient Asiatic empires left over that coalesced themselves from the time of the ancient Phoenicians, who were called the Carthaginians, or the Carthagid. The Carthagid is where we get Carthagin from. So the Carthaginians, the Carthagid, are also eminent descendants of the ancient Canaanites and Moabites. So we are all related, right? So again, this is the ancient flag of Tartary. So when they start talking, when you see these crackers on TV talking about Tartary this and Tartary that, and want to make it like it was some Caucasians, some giant Caucasians, that's a lie. It was all us, okay? Thank you, babe. Thank you. It was all us, all right? 2 more and we out of here. That one, you see I got a lot. This very important. This is the flag, again, that gave us dominion over the Mamelukes, the Castrados, right? The Mameluke, the Castrados, the so-called free Muslim sons. All of y'all don't want to be Masons today. All of y'all want to be Freemasons today more than you want to be Moors or Moorish Americans. This was the symbol that was flying over your head. That sword that's on your shrine of Fez is symbolic of this scissor. It would mean that your head would be cut if you did not fulfill the laws and the obligations that the Moors gave you. Not the Egyptians, not anybody else, because the last epoch and empire to rule over y'all niggas before the cracker came and destroyed the world was us. So in that, this right here, these scissors right here, this is the same scissors you seen in the movie Us. And if you remember, they all had on red jumpsuits with the gold scissors in that movie. So they kind of bringing you back to the old Canton and letting you know that the time is coming with a cat with a strats, because they call themselves strats. They call themselves cats. I'm talking about the castrato Freemasons that's trying to get all of y'all to wear dresses and trying to get all of y'all to turn y'all boys into girls and y'all girls into boys. So everybody that's down with that, get ready, because when Allah come, he coming with the divine scissors and he getting rid of all of that. So again, this was the flag that flew, that when the people seen this flying, they was literally digging holes to get away from us because we was coming to put in that work. All right, 2 more, and we out of here. That one, which one is this?
I hope I've done the people good in not saying thank you more than once.
Thank you.
Because Lord knows I cannot have an utterance without it being a fucking interruption.
Indeed. Thank you again,
Your
Queen, for holding me down. This is called
shaking.
the British Ensign. This is an ensign flag. You'll see an image of George Washington standing with his legs crossed like this, and then there's a red flag with a thing at the bottom. A lot of people thought
like what?
that was the Moorish flag.
Legs crossed like what?
Yeah, his legs is crossed like this in a supplication Freemasonic pose. There's an old painting of him, and you'll see this red flag by his feet. A lot of people think that's the Moorish flag. It is to a degree, because Britain and the Moorish Empire was in league against the dirty Romans, aka the Spaniards. Anyway, but this ensign, or this flag, represented those that were in league under that continental army thing. So this was called the British Ensign, the British Ensign. This was a naval flag. So this is what was flying when we was barricading, we was barricading their ships to keep them from coming into port. This is what was flying there. All right. More. Yes. Gotta show this one. This today is called the New England flag, but in actuality, this is referred to as the Continental flag of the Continental Army. This right here in the white canton with the green tree, this is symbolic of the same tree that you'll see on the blue Haudenosaunee flag with the 4 boxes, with the 2 boxes on each side. It's the same tree. This is the same vine and fig tree that you'll see on the flag of Lebanon. They talk about the cedar trees of Lebanon. These are the giant trees that the angels cut down back in the days. It's a beautiful flag. This represents the flag of the Continental Armies, as well as the so-called Confederated Congress, Articles of Confederation. So this was the so-called flag that was flying in unit with the 5-pointed star red flag when we was rocking over here. This also, again, represents us in our native capacity, and it can be flown to the right side of any national flag that you're flying, if you're a Moor. What else was I gonna say? This is the cherry tree that Washington and them was trying to cut down and all that. This is the tree of represented the again the Confederacy over here. Lastly, thanks for holding that down, babe. This is the flag of the Sultanate y el Americanos Estados. As you see, it's the reverse of the green and the red, and the red with the green star. This is green with a red star. So this flag, when you see it green like this would represent the government of the Sultan. The government of the Sultanate. Whenever you see a green flag in the Islamic world and it's flying in tandem, this would fly on the right side of this will fly on the right, and the red with the green star will fly on the left. So this basically would represent any type of sultanic or sultanate's government, but specifically this is our Sultanate y el Americanos Estados flag, representing our sultanate as a government and principality on the land. And then lastly, this is the banner for the Sultanate, y el Americanos Estados. And as you see, this is emblazoned with the bee.
Why did you choose the bee?
We chose the bee because the bee in ancient, they call Egypt today, represents what was called the Nasut.
So ain't got nothing to do with Beyonce?
No, has nothing to do with Beyonce or Gucci. They got it from us. And this bee represents the holy pollinator. The bees are the royalty of the insect world. The bees are the pollinators of the entire planet. If there wasn't for bees on the earth, it would be none of that. Here's a little funny anecdote. In ancient so-called Kemet, y'all talk about Egyptian this and Egyptian that, and everybody's so caught up in sex. Everybody taking what is it, Viagra and stuff like that. In ancient Kemet, they used to take a little male bee, and they used to have the bee sting the penis. Because when the bee stung the penis, the venom will go into the penis and extend the root or the shaft of the penis. Now, I'm not telling y'all to run out there and put bees on you. On your joint.
You already know,
I'm
nigga.
just saying.
I don't even know how you brought that up.
I'm just saying there's more
You
science
know
to
niggas
bees
is
than you
gonna
will ever know.
They'll be like, let me stick my dick.
Exactly. And it worked. It do work. And it was an ancient practice that they would do. They were also, like today, Manuka honey. Manuka honey is one of the most enriching forms of pollen that you would be able to receive because of its healing properties, okay? It has huge amounts of vitamin D and melanin in it. So this is why we chose the bee to be our symbol, emblazed by the laurel. That green thing around that represents the laurel. The red cherries represent the fruit. The gold ribbon represents the coming together, the uniting of Asia. And the 7 represents the 7 clans. The Bays, the Eels, the Days, the Als, the Alis, the Pashas, and the Allahs. So, with all of that being said, brothers and sisters, thank you for coming through in this quick vexillology class about the glorious aspects of your empire. As you can see, I'm showing you all of the flags that your empire and your peoples in the empire was flying and still flying today.
No, it's just trying to have you libate the floor.
Yeah,
that's
Islam.
all.
Indeed. And so because it is holy day, I'm using Kadem. Some people, this is where the word Kadim come from. Kadim is Kadem. Kadim, the same thing. Also, everybody, Ashe.
Thank you to all the ancestors.
For all the ancestors, happy Shabbat Shalom.
Kateru, Ashe, Yamaya,
Also,
Ashe,
everybody acting
Oya,
like
Ashe,
Ashe,
Neftis, Ashe.
Neftis, Ashe. All of the ancestors that have come and gone, Ashe, and in the name of the one great creator, Allah, Ashe, peace be upon him. And I also wanted to say, everybody that's acting like nationality is not a thing for black people, that that's not something we should be dealing with. Your boy Donald Trump just put in a document that basically says that he's going to acknowledge, or they want to start to acknowledge, Jewish as a nationality. Now remember, the original
It's
Jews.
excellent for us.
It's excellent for us if you know how to freak it, but you Negroes that don't have no nationality, you Negroes that want to be Indians, you Negroes that want to hate on us that figured it out for ourselves, y'all gonna be left behind. This 2020 thing is not a joke, man. You gotta decide what side of the fence you gonna be on, what vine and fig tree you representing, and you have to be at a stance of understanding that this is the time now that we decide who we are going to be for the rest of our lives. So if you want to be out here and fart around and think that you could just live as a color, or you could live under a designation like slave, when you know that that has nothing to do with you, also you can get money, also you could debase yourself to make your people look crazy and all of that, what you got to understand is the time is coming when everything is about to be about what you say you are. So if you have no definitive understanding as who you are, what your nationality is, what your God is, then you're going to be done.
Peace.
Peace.